And what about this horse that collapsed in Piccadilly? And this policeman was stood there with his notebook 10 minutes. And the sergeant said, well, what are you waiting for? He said, how do you spell Piccadilly? He said, P-I-K... Oh, drag it into Tib Street. Drag it into Tib Street. We'll all have bellyache, won't we? Hey, and what about this village idiot joined the army? Wasn't me, but I knew him. And, he joined up and he lost his rifle. And the CO said, where is it? He said, I've lost it. He said, you'll have to pay for it now. He said, I'm not paying for it because it's not mine. He said, you'll have to. He said, because anything you get issued within the army, if you lose it, you have to pay for it. He said, well, what would happen if I was driving a tank and I lost that? He said, you'd have to pay for it. He said, it's no wonder these captains go down with the ships, is it?
They find anything to gossip about, you know, they talk about anything. One day one old girl said, Mary, what do you think of young Blodwyn Evans? She's getting married on Saturday and she's only 16. Never. Was she pregnant? Oh. No. She said, oh, there's posh for you. And the old people of Wales, you know, they're very, very hearty people. They're fanatics for fitness. We got one old girl, she's 99. She likes to ride a push bike. One day she was pedaling this bike up a steep hill, just like that. And a fella jacked her car, stopped. He said, don't pedal, I will give you a tow. He's towing up the hill. Another chap in a Rolls Royce flashes past and gives him a rude sign. So the fella in the jag forgot about the old girl in the back and took off after him. A copper rang into the station. He said, hey, Sarge, I've just seen a funny sight. A Rolls Royce doing 100 mile an hour, a Jag doing 105, and Blodwyn Evans on a push bike, pedaling like hell, ringing a bell, trying to pass the pair of them. And as they get older, they get independent. There's an old couple living next door to me. He's 97 and the old girl is 95. Last Sunday, she went down in the garden to cut a cabbage for dinner and she fainted flat out. There was the old fella struggling to pick her up. I said, can you manage, Mr. Jones? He said, aye, I'll open a tin of peas.
And I saw this fella with a long face, and I talked to anybody, me, that I talked back, and I said, what's up with you? And he said, I'm not going home to our house. I said, aren't you? He said, no. I said, why aren't you going back? He said, there's a terrible smell in our house. I said, is there? He said, aye, the wife keeps cats. I said, well, have you tried opening the window? He said, what, and let all my pigeons out? Hey, and it's funny, you know, it's funny, but, you know, when I go shopping now, and I'm not acting daft, you know, and I'm being serious, and I walk in, and I walked into this shoe shop, and I said, a pair of crocodile shoes, please. He said, certainly. What size is your crocodile take? We're having a good time, aren't we? And what about this woman that come running out of the bank screaming blue murder? And this policeman said, what's up? She said, an elephant's just been in and robbed the bank. He said, will you recognise it again if you see it? She said, no, it had a stocking over its head. I'm a riot, Santa. In trouble getting a suit, you know. I walked into this shop and I said, I want to try that suit on in the window. He said, well, you can't. You'll have to try it on in the cubicle. Hey, and I was in this pub, and this fella came in, and he said, a double whiskey, drinks all round, and have a pint yourself. And the manager said, thanks very much, £5.15. He said, I haven't got any money. He went, smack, get out. and don't come back. He said, all right then. So the next night he come in again and he said, a double whiskey, drinks all round and nothing for you. He said, why? He said, you get nasty when you've had a drink.